what is the difference between the consciousness and contents of consciousness and awareness? So it's a frequent doubt. So is consciousness contains the contents, or with contents consciousness is formed?
Consciousness is a source. Awareness is basically a rays of the consciousness. Consciousness is generally told it's a source where awareness comes. Consciousness can be human consciousness, it can be divine consciousness, it's a cosmic consciousness, it's a universal consciousness, it's a source. And awareness is the rays of the consciousness. You are aware, it means you are with the consciousness, you are connected with the consciousness. If you are aware, your energy comes from the consciousness, and you will not be tired if you are aware. But if your source of consciousness is not manifested, then after some awareness, you become sluggish. It happens. You have to manifest the consciousness. It means you have to manifest your source. Then you can be aware for a longer time. If you have more money in the bank, you can spend more. You have less money, you can't spend more. So that is the source, and the awareness is just the raise, the money you have in the book. Like that you can understand. It's a good question.
Guruji, about the contents of consciousness, you say the consciousness is empty, but we feel it, thoughts, people, and the cosmos.
Consciousness is not the thought. There is the mind. You are confusing with consciousness is the mind. All thoughts and powers and everything are in the mind. At the back of the mind, there is a consciousness. I mean, nothing operates without the consciousness. Consciousness doesn't interfere with any activity. You can do anything, consciousness will be at the background. But if the consciousness is withdrawn when you are died, the consciousness is withdrawn, then you cannot do anything. So consciousness doesn't apply its own right or wrong or whatsoever. So consciousness is a source. It gives you energy. Suppose you are in your body consciousness. When you have a problem in the body, the consciousness will go to the reflect it, the affected area immediate. Consciousness moves with the much higher speed than light. Consciousness is everywhere. So what you're talking confusing with the mind and the consciousness. Consciousness is divinity. Mind is your own cultivation. What you have learned in your 40 or 50 years of life. That is your mind. And mind goes on changing every day, but consciousness doesn't change. It goes on manifesting, providing you give it more input. That is what it is. It's a chetana. It is awareness. Awareness is a ray of the consciousness. Your source is full of energy, then the awareness you can have for a longer time. If the source is less, then awareness you cannot have for a longer time. You will get tired. That is what it is. You know, the Gautama Buddha, after the realization, he looked at the tree. Under the tree which he was realized, he looked it for 3 days constantly because he has so much of conscious energy with him, and that by raised with open eyes he could see it without any thoughts and without deviation. It means if your consciousness is manifested, your source is manifested, then only your awareness can increase. Right?
తెలుగులో చెప్పాలంటే కాన్షియస్ మరియు అవేర్నెస్ డిఫరెన్స్ ఏంటి? కాన్షియస్నెస్ చైతన్యం అనేది సోర్స్ ఉనికి, మరియు అవేర్నెస్ అనేది సూర్యుని కిరణాల్లాగా దాన్ని మనం మేనిఫెస్ట్ చేస్తే అవేర్నెస్ అంటారు. మరి ఈ ఆలోచనలు, వ్యక్తులు, ఇప్పుడు మనకు కనిపించే జగత్తు, ఇవన్నీ కూడా కాన్షియస్నెస్ లో లేవు. ఇవన్నీ మైండ్ లో, మనసులో భాగాలు. నువ్వు మనసుని మరియు చైతన్యం స్పృహకి కన్ఫ్యూజ్ చేసుకుంటూ ఉన్నావు. మనసు వెనకాల ఉన్నది చైతన్యము లేదా స్పృహ. అది ఎప్పుడూ ఉంటుంది. మన శరీరంలో ఎక్కడైనా డిఫెక్ట్ వచ్చినప్పుడు చైతన్యం అక్కడికి వెళ్ళి వెంటనే ఫాస్ట్ గా పనిచేస్తుంది. దాని యొక్క స్పీడ్ అనేది లైట్ కంటే కూడా చాలా స్పీడ్ గా పనిచేస్తుంది. కాబట్టి కన్ఫ్యూజ్ చేసుకోవద్దు. సాధన చేస్తూ వెళితే కాన్షియస్నెస్ నుంచి అవేర్నెస్ అనేది మేనిఫెస్ట్ అవుతుంది. చెప్పు. రోజు మార్పు చెందేది మనసు, మార్పు చెందకుండా ఎప్పుడు బ్యాక్గ్రౌండ్ లో ఉండేది చైతన్యం. ఇప్పుడు నువ్వు మనసుని చైతన్యంగా కన్ఫ్యూజ్ చేసుకుంటున్నావు అని చెప్తుంది.
Give the example of Gautama Buddha.
ఉదాహరణకు గౌతమ బుద్ధ జ్ఞానాన్ని పొందిన తర్వాత తదేకంగా ఒక చెట్టును 3 రోజుల పాటు చూశారు. అలా చూస్తుంటే ఆయనలో ఉన్న చైతన్యం అనేది జాగరూకతగా, అవేర్నెస్ గా మేనిఫెస్ట్ అయ్యింది.